It is return grudge match time. The assassin Ray Kandrack against the new era Jimmy Parker. These guys first locked horns back in December, and they have been at odds ever since. And Cecil Scott, when I think of these two guys, I really do think of two big bulls locking horns.
Oh yeah, this is that hoss battle, as we like to call it. Hey, Jimmy Parker, I said last time, I think he gets bigger every time I see him.
They have traded wins, with Kandrack stealing one at Battlecade back in December, and Parker getting some redemption at the night of the grudge matches in February. So in a lot of ways, this is the rubber match between these two big bulls. There's been a couple of tag matches in between and the like, but this is only the third one-on-one singles bout between these two since December, and in a lot of ways, this one is for the bragging rights.
It really is. Like you said, it's that rubber match, and we've said it in the last two. This is not going to be pretty.
Gorgeous flying clothesline from Parker.
Oh, man.
That's a lot of weight to muscle up, Seabear.
And a lot of power to do it.
Kandrack was kicking at one. Parker's got so much mass on him that it actually took him to the count of two to get him off of him, but Kandrack was kicking at one. Well, Kandrack undeniably is still fresh and still has a lot of fight in him.
Yes, sir, and he's not accustomed to being on his back. So whenever he is, on those rare occasions where he's on the receiving end of a pin, he's trying to get out quickly.
Boy, Parker will stomp you at any given opportunity.
And we got a timeout.
I don't think that's a real thing.
Wait, he's calling for it?
Well, sure.
And they see you're, whoa!
Good Lord, Parker took flight. Almost took out the bystanders getting popcorn.
Man, this took out our witty banter, too.
Hey, your banter wasn't that witty.
You gotta get me warmed up. It's only the third match.
Third of 9 big bouts tonight. Trevor Lee is in the house defending the Ultra J Championship. We'll have more on that later, but just 24 hours removed from stealing the show last night at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Mystery Vortex. It was the talk of Twitter last night. Andrew Everett, Trevor Lee, and Cedric Alexander representing CWF Mid-Atlantic last night at PWG and absolutely tore the house down.
That's right, and I'm pretty sure we'll touch on that more when those guys are wrestling later. And
will
right
not
now,
find I dare say, Seabear, not to cut you off, I dare say, looking in the ring and thinking about the guys that went to California last night, I dare say you will not find a something for everyone roster anywhere else in the country like you'll find at CWF Mid-Atlantic. We've got the high flyers, we've got the hard-hitting heavyweights, we've got the wrestlers, we've got the brawlers, we've got a little bit of everything here in the Carolinas at CWF Mid-Atlantic.
we definitely do have a hodgepodge of the pro graps here in Burlington, or Gibsonville now. Wow, we moved like 2 years ago. And Jimmy Parker, his shoulder's in bad shape. He ate the post twice.
Kandrack working it over. Kandrack is dangerous with that headbutt, and he already laid one of them in. Got Parker in a compromised position now, and he's just hammering away on that arm.
And right now targeting the wrist while he's got the shoulder locked up too.
Very dangerous. You know, we don't get a chance to talk about it much because he's such a brute, but Kandrack actually in his younger days was an accomplished amateur. That's where the coach first got on the coach's radar. Prior to turning pro, Kandrack was actually an accomplished amateur. He was lighter, he was quicker, he's bulked up a lot as a heavyweight.
Yeah.
But he's good on the mat, better than you would expect.
Oh, absolutely. And beautiful drop kick by the big man, Jimmy Parker.
Go ahead.
I remember Kandrack when he walked in the door in training. He definitely had that freestyle wrestling, that amateur style in training.
He has definitely morphed as he has gotten more and more experienced. He has morphed into that Doc and Gordy type of just mauling style, that hyper-aggressive mauling style of Kandrack's.
Yeah, Dr. Steve Williams is a great comparison to Ray Kandrack. And Jimmy Parker, he kind of had desperation with that drop kick, and Kandrack's right back on top.
Stretching the arm out.
And this is a great tactic, taking out that arm from a powerful guy like Parker.
Look at this moron, the coach, trying to put extra torque on the arm and the wrist and the shoulder.
I thought he was just trying to stretch it out for him.
I'm sure.
He's the coach. The Reds got him on the medical staff.
I thought he was with the Pirates.
It depends on what day you ask him.
It really does. Cover here from the Assassin. Only a count of 2. Former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion.
He's a Triple Crown winner.
Absolutely he is. And what about Donnie Dollars earlier tonight commenting that he issued a formal challenge to the winner of tonight's heavyweight championship bout? You got to think with these 2 big heavyweights, the winner of this match, you got to think is going to be entered into the conversation in that heavyweight title picture.
I would think so. Kandrack's been chomping at the bit to get another shot since he lost it over a year ago. Arik Royal, the man who beat him, is still champion.
Not only that, but on more than one occasion, we have seen Kandrack, shoulders down.
Ooh.
I thought for a second there, Parker didn't realize the shoulder was down. He almost lost the bout there due to lack of concentration.
Yeah, you get caught napping, you will get counted out.
I was going to say, not to mention, on more than one occasion, we have seen Kandrack get right up into the PWI championship picture, getting right in the face of Shane Helms, and even there have been some tense interactions with Zane Dawson, both as partners and as potential opponents. Who knows?
Yeah, it's a very, very tumultuous relationship there. And Kandrack having a little trouble seeing. It looks like a short arm scissor. Yeah, definitely a short arm scissor.
Of course, the Zane Dawson, Shane Helms PWI championship match is available at the PWI Night of Champions download at ondemand.cwf247.com.
A very emotional match.
Very grueling match that saw Dawson shockingly leave with the championship. We have not seen or heard from the one-man Riot since, but he can pretty much write his own ticket now.
Pretty much, and I think he kind of did that anyway. You're going to have a hard time telling Zane Dawson what to do.
That's a good point. It's not like we could ever stop him before. Parker's in bad shape on the canvas. He's got to be mindful of the shoulder. Joey Hogan is doing a great job of watching the shoulders.
Very attentive.
But he's got to be mindful of keeping that shoulder off the canvas.
He's got to fight back. Ray had that great top wrist lock on. Oh!
Beautiful clothesline from Parker, the Assassin, down on the canvas. But Parker is going to have a hard time using that left arm for anything.
And right there, he couldn't get the full extension on that whip.
Shoulder tackle, but once again, he's got to protect that arm. Anytime he falls toward the canvas, anytime anything happens, he's got to be mindful. Maybe trying to give Kandrack some of his own medicine here, tying him up.
Ah!
Good move. All the torque on the neck.
Very unique maneuver there.
Oh, we got a count of 2. Could have been the 3 count right there, Seabear.
He caught him right in the back of the head with his knee. That'll knock you right out. And Parker building up some momentum now. He desperately needed this.
We've got a great house here in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, 200+ strong.
Ah.
And they are cheering for Parker, who is back on the canvas again. Kandrack is tenacious.
Yeah, excellent crowd here tonight.
And are we going to see the Assassin ascend the ropes?
Very rare that Ray goes up like this.
Doesn't always work out that well for him.
Oh!
Super kick from Parker.
Channeling his buddy Matt Houston there.
These 2 big heavyweights are going up to the ropes. This is extremely dangerous, Cecil. You've been injured as a heavyweight coming off the ropes before. Really, really dangerous right here.
Yes, it is. You fall just one wrong way, and that'll do it. Looking for a superplex.
Kandrack is not going to let him have it.
No, I think that arm came into play again.
And now Kandrack is scaling the ropes. This is very much like King Kong on the top of the Empire State Building. What are we going to see here from the Assassin? Oh, God! Got speared out of the air! Good Lord!
Ray was in uncharted waters and tried to dive into the deep end. And he got eaten alive when he did.
These 2 are leaving it all in the ring. Coach has got the brass knucks. Coach just slid the brass knucks in Kandrack. Court Montgomery's got the brass knuckles. Wait, he hasn't struck anyone, not a disqualification. Court Montgomery, the exiled former All-Star, has got possession of those brass knuckles. Oh, God.
Ray saw it coming.
Oh, Parker! Full Nelson slam! Montgomery's going after the coach! And Parker wins it! And just like a flash, Court Montgomery is gone with the coach's brass knuckles.
And for the second time, Court Montgomery has cost one of the All-Stars.
The exiled former All-Star has done it once again, and the coach is livid in the ring.